Hello, hello, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun, and today we have the awesome Star Wars build of Chewbacca. And I was going to start this video with the classic growl or roar of Chewbacca, but there's no way I can do that justice. If you don't know, I think Chewbacca's voice was made from like several different animals, including like a bear and a walrus and some other growls. And so yeah, to do that, my voice doesn't do that. But this is an awesome build. This set was made as a commemorative 40th anniversary of the Return of the Jedi. So this set came out last year in 2023, and to be honest, when I saw this set, I was kind of concerned about the face shape, and we'll go over that. But you know what? It actually was a pretty fun build, and let's delve into it. So this set is set number 75371. It is the giant Chewbacca Star Wars set. I am not sure if this counts as a UPC set or Ultimate Collector set or UCS set, but who knows? But it is a cool set, and it has 2,319 pieces. This thing stands at, well, it's a pretty big piece. It stands at about 1.5 feet, like about 18 inches, maybe a little bit taller than that. I'm not 100% sure. It comes with his bowcaster, like this crossbow looking thing here. And it comes with his classic belt that he has, the bandolier, I think it's called. And yeah, very cool build. Especially if you love Chewbacca and you're a Star Wars fan. And as I said, I was skeptical about buying this, but hey, it was on sale during Christmas time and Black Friday time, so I said, well, what the hell? Let's just pick it up and see what it looks like. And I think Lego did as good of a job as you can with Chewbacca. And you understand that Chewbacca is just one giant ball of fur. And to try to make that into brick, there's challenges, but I think Lego, did what they could with it, and has added a lot of texture with the way they put the build together to kind of simulate as much of the fur that Chewbacca has. So this build comes with a very nice instruction set. There is the first section that actually has a tribute to Chewbacca and some interesting information. It comes in several languages as well. But yeah, it comes with some nice pictures from the movies, and it talks about a little bit of history of Chewbacca and how they kind of created the build of Chewbacca. And you can meet the designer there as well. And yeah, so the build itself, you can see that they have, it's completely 3D, so you can see front to back all the detail there. So let's zoom in. So you can see all the layering they have done to build, the fur and very textural aspect of the Chewbacca character and his costume there. Played by the late great Peter Mayhew, who was quite a gentleman. I actually got to meet him back in 2009. When did I meet him? A few years before he passed, anyways. I think it was in 2018, I want to say, so maybe a year or so before he passed. And very hard to understand because he had a very, very thick English accent, but very, very gentle giant. He did tell me nice stories about Carrie Fisher, who had passed away a few years prior to me meeting him. So very nice gentleman. And I also actually got to meet the new actor, Jonas Suotamo, I think it's pronounced. I'm not exactly sure if I pronounced that right, so I apologize if I butchered his last name. Also a very nice gentleman. I got to meet him as well. And so I think the Chewbacca character is in good hands with him as well. But yeah, you can see, let's look at the detail and even the legs. They did a really good job. Let me zoom back out there, getting the fur aspects of his feet there. So I honestly think they did a really good job on the build here. Let's turn him around. You can see, the bandolier, or this belt that he wears here. Where he keeps all his cartridges for his bowcaster there. Did a really good job with that. Let's zoom in on the bowcaster. I think that's a pretty nice bowcaster there. I always liked his weapon. It looks like a crossbow, but it shoots lasers, I'm assuming they're lasers. Got a little pouch there. Even got the little claws on his feet there, or the little claws on his feet there. You can see the fur on the arms. Now, the one thing, the aspect that I think like most of the collectors who bought this was like the head. And it's not too bad. It's not perfect, I would say, but I don't think you can do. I don't know how you would do better, unless they did one like a giant mold of his head and not do it as a buildable. But even as a mold, I don't know if they can do it quite right, because as I said, Chewbacca is a furry. He's a furry guy, and I don't know if you could do his face quite right. But I think they did a decent job. Like on the box and on the pictures, it doesn't do it as much justice. So when we're looking at this, to me, I think the eyes they did well. You got the little, his little fangs coming out the bottom. I actually think they did a decent job, when I look at this. And I honestly, when I looked at the pictures, I wasn't sure. And I also said, as I said, I only bought it because it was on sale. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already. This thing, figure, or this build sells normal price is about $200 US and about $260 Canadian. But I believe I bought this for about 200 Canadian. So it was a fairly heavily discounted during Christmas time. So look out for sales, and I think this is actually a worthwhile build if you can get it on sale for sure. I like this element here where they made the for his gun. They had the little strap here, little felt thing that just give it a little bit more character building there and detail in his weaponry. And so all in all, I love this. I think this build is good. It's not a perfect build, but it's a really solid build. I think it's as good as they're going to get building a Chewbacca. I think it's very brave for them to even attempt this. Building a droid is one thing. Doing the building of R2-D2. That's straightforward, because he's a droid and a lot of shapes that are conducive for Lego. But for them to be able to do Chewbacca, that's very hopeful for the future. Maybe they can get a very nice C-3PO going. I don't believe I've ever seen them do a C-3PO, so that'd be a nice build. Who knows? Maybe they can do a giant buildable Boba Fett one day. So certainly Stormtroopers. Them being able to build this out of Lego, certainly, hopefully in the future they can build other. The other classic characters from Star Wars. Of course, Darth Vader. If they can do that right, that would be amazing. So let's also look at what else came with this set. Over here we have a mini build of Chewbacca, also with a bowcaster there, and that one actually has a little red brick on there for simulate what he shoots out. So I think that one actually does fire. I'm not going to fire it on the camera because I may never find it again. But you can flip this little toggle switch, right, that gray thing there, and that piece will fly out. And so that's kind of cool. Obviously, do not aim it at your eye. That would not be a good idea. But you can see on the minifigure, you can see the cast of his head. And again, that's a pretty nice build. So I think the only way they would have got the giant head on Chewbacca better is to do a mold. But then you'll kind of lose a lot of the fun of building it. And I think obviously it will probably drive the price of the thing a lot higher. So it also has some detail on here about Chewbacca. So he comes from the homeworld of Kashyyyk. I think that's how it's pronounced. He was born 200 BBY, so I think that means the battle before Yavin. So he's, quite old already before he meets Han, and the rest of the Star Wars, like Luke and Leia and all of them. He's obviously a Wookiee. He's male. 2.28 meters, so he is quite tall, and obviously we can tell that when he stands next to all the other cast members. He's probably obviously part of the Rebel Alliance, and his weapon of choice is the bowcaster. So all in all, I do not believe this is a exclusive for Chewbacca, but still a nice minifigure all in all. You know, you can see that he's got the bandolier or the belt on him. He's got the nice fur built onto his onto the minifigure. The fur kind of printing on his legs as well. Classic minifigure feet. But yeah, textures in there as well. So let's go back to the original build here, or the big build here. So let's go back into looking at detail. Again, I think they did a good job all in all with Chewbacca, building in the textures of the fur. He's got a nice bowcaster. The bandolier looks really cool on him. It even got the feet components and got like the fur components onto his feet there, as well as some little claws coming up from his toes there. And yeah, so as far as posability, not much posability. It is what you get. You're not going to be able to move his head, I don't think, very much at all. Nope, not at all. Arms are stiffed in. The gun is built into the hand, so it can be removed, but you're going to mess up your build there. The hands are stiff, and yeah, so there's no posability to this at all. It's basically a display piece, and quite a large display piece, so make sure you have a top shelf for this. But since Lego makes a lot of big builds, you can just kind of tuck it in next to another big build, I'm sure. And overall, I think this is, if you can get this on sale, this is a nice winner piece for me. It's a nice surprise. As I said, I wasn't expecting much when I bought it, and picked it up on a good deal. And you know, I'm happy to say that I was pleasantly surprised with this Chewbacca build. So if you are a Star Wars fan, catch this on sale, and you know, love Chewbacca, who you know, is in a lot of the Star Wars movies. I don't know if he's on every one, but he's in a fair bit, including the Clone Wars series. He's in there a couple episodes. So yeah, classic character, good build, good job Lego. I mean, you did simulating that fur is not easy, and I have to give my props to the designers. They did something that, you know, if I was to look back a few years ago, I was like, I don't know if they can do it, but you know, they did a good job. So good job, Lego. And again, this is Chucky from Collecting for Fun. I hope you enjoyed this video and review of Chewbacca. And if you want to see more Lego builds of Star Wars, let us know in the comment section of which sets you're looking forward for us to review. And we can see if we can get that done. Hit that like and subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Chucky from Collecting Fun. Take care, guys. Bye.